people come to CIA from all different walks of life. Like I said, some are recruited, some volunteer, some are on parallel paths and then cross over. But just because they're invited to come to CIA doesn't mean they qualify to stay at CIA.
It's like Men in Black?
Sort of, yes. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised that we keep coming back to TV and movie references.
It's all I got, bro. I know nothing about the CIA except what television and movies have taught me.
So if you recall, during Men in Black, they put Will Smith through a series of tests to see how he would respond. And one of the most famous tests is when like an alien pops out or a little girl pops out with a gun and he doesn't shoot the little girls.
And he knew all the things. So he clocked all the things that like only he could catch.
Correct. Now, if you recall, part of that was because the Will Smith character talked about his childhood and growing up and how he learned on the street, how to see things differently. That is very real for the real CIA. CIA is looking for people who are just enough messed up in the head that they can skip ahead in a lot of the training. One of the terms that we use is called moral flexibility, which is exactly why you have a hard time lying, Em.
Sorry, moral flexibility? That just means you can lie.
It means a lot more than that. It means if you sat across from a person, you wouldn't want to hurt that person. But if that person threatened to hurt someone in your family, you would have no issue immediately hurting that person before they could hurt someone you
don't know what kind of bleeding heart liberal I am, but okay.
Well, now you're learning what kind of literal, bleeding heart I am not. And not only that, but you also have to be able to sleep at night. So you have to be able to lie to the face of a terrorist or a child prostitute pimp, right? You have to be able to lie to their face to get them into a situation where they might get hurt or captured or killed in pursuit of some larger cause to protect Americans. And then you got them in that situation. You go home, you kiss your daughter on the forehead, you eat a pork chop, you go to sleep, you wake up the next day and you do it again. That's moral flexibility. It's not just, I'm going to lie on my tax return, right? It's, I'm going to lie knowing that it's going to get somebody else hurt.
How do they test for that?
There's a multi-tiered psychological aptitude battery that we go through. And it's different types of psychological exams. Some of them are panel interviews. Some of them are one-on-one role plays where you have people who sit behind an invisible wall who watch and assess. There's, of course, an actual empirical rubric test that we take. It's many, many hours and interrupted throughout the day. So it's a lot like your like standardized testing in elementary school and middle school, amped up. And then each of those tests happen with a time space in between. So there's a time delimiter. You'll start on day 1, and then you'll come back and take the second part of the test on day, 70, and then you'll come back and take the final part of the test on day 120. And you're constantly assessed through multiple different venues and multiple different people along the way.